a world where we see society as a bigger piece of the puzzle of everyday life, we are seeing that these far right extremists who were targeted by the FBI are now cheering Kash Patel, Trump's pick, to head the agency. Experts warn if this man is confirmed, the agency will abandon any serious efforts to confront far-right groups, such as Enrique Tarrio's henchmen and of course Stuart Rhodes and the Oath Keepers, and everyone in between. He will not protect you. And this is from The Guardian. Some extremists who were recently the targets of the FBI are applauding Donald Trump's appointment of MAGA loyalist Kash Patel as its new director, which experts are warning is a sign of an emboldened far right, now seen as a diminishing existential threat inside the nation's top law enforcement agency. This is frightening for everybody. Like I have said, he will protect the Oath Keepers and Tarrio's henchmen. He is not going to look out for you. In what was a fraught and contentious Senate confirmation hearing last week, Patel, Trump's pick to head the FBI, per the Guardian, made a point to describe some of the racism he has faced in the U.S. as the son of an Indian Gujarati immigrants. He said, "You should go back to where you came from," he described being said to him after putting on the record another vile six-word epithet he was labeled with. "You belong with your terrorist home friends." That's what it was sent to me, he said. Of course, Patel is known for peddling various conspiracy theories on podcasts popular among MAGA followers, like Steve Bannon's War Room and Stu Peters' podcast. And he is a polarizing figure. That's no question about that. He's not expected to garner any Democratic votes on the way to a likely confirmation as the new direct head of the FBI. This gone insane. But Patel is garnering some unlikely fans among the racist and xenophobic far right. Man, this is frightening to say it. One Telegram user on a post about Patel from a neo-Nazi account with thousands of followers said, "I like Kash FR for real in this. He is based as AF is as well, you know. I buy and curry anytime." According to another far-right news account, Patel was expected to blow the bleep out former Attorney Generals Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr, along with former FBI Director Christopher Wray, the last person to hold the job, destined for Patel. Of course, Trump and the rest of his administration have broadly promised retribution against government workers who participated in what they see as enemy activities. The so-called Russiagate investigation, the various inquiries connected to the January 6th attacks on Capitol Hill, and any Department of Justice litigation against Trump in the last 4 years. Already, FBI agents have not been spared. Donald Trump is completely insane. He has lost it. He is moving the country far right. He's listening to far right insanity leaders such as Stuart Rhodes and Enrique Tarrio and Steve Bannon. He's not listening to reason. While Patel has previously called for major reform of the FBI since Trump took office in January, at least 9 high-ranking bureau officials have been reportedly forced out. That led to James Dennehy, the assistant director at the New York field office, sending a staff-wide email declaring the bureau was at a putative war with the Trump administration. He wrote, "Today we find ourselves in the middle of a battle of our own. As good people are being walked out of the FBI and others are being targeted because they did their jobs in accordance with the law and FBI policy." Among some of the recent targets of those types of FBI counterterrorism operations against the far right, Patel and Trump are getting nothing but applause. or if Kash Patel actually ends the FBI spying programs and using agents slash informants to subvert political movements through gay ops. This is wrote an online neo-Nazi publication run by former leaders of the now defunct Atomwaffen Division, a designated international terrorist organization in multiple countries. That's right, a international terrorist organization. A former, not former, I might add. Just fine for us. Might not happen, but it'd be nice if it did. In another recent post, the same publication hailed the potential for mass firings and hearing about complaining FBI agents. They posted they're also pitching that they are not getting the buyout offers like everyone else is. They posted referring to the broader blowdowns to federal workers being offered by the Trump administration. DEI can't protect them from getting fired for being too retarded anymore. These people are fucking insane. I could say this right here. Fucking insane. Adam Waffen members, some of whom have been federally charged in the U.S. with murder, harassing journalists, and a bomb plot, among other crimes, have long complained that they were the victims of misunderstood entrapment. By 2020, an FBI investigation largely dismantled the group's entire stateside operation. Heidi Byrick, co-founder of the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism, has said, if Patel is confirmed to head the FBI, I think we can expect to see the agency abandon any serious efforts to confront far-right extremist groups. This is insane. And this is where we cannot bleed, and this is where we cannot bleed any more longer. This guy is going to make this country bleed. And Donald Trump will be totally held responsible and totally held accountable. This continue, of course, we knew that. Byrick concluded Patel has been interviewed on QAnon and other extremist broadcasts and seems much more interested in purging FBI officials and going after his and Trump's enemies than countering terrorist groups. My God, Donald Trump is still listening to the wrong people. He is destroying himself. He is insane. And of course, Byrick, who had studied far-right extremism for decades, added that in her estimations, the public should be concerned about emboldened white supremacists and possible terrorism coming from these far-right movements who may be getting a pass from Patel's FBI. This is insane. Chuck Grassley, are you listening? If you confirm this, man, you are emboldening white supremacists. You are emboldening the Proud Boys. You are emboldening the Oath Keepers. Black people are not going to be safe. Hispanic people, legally, will not be spared. This man is completely insane. Of course, one of Trump's first acts as president in his second administration was to issue unconditional pardons to 1,500 January 6 attackers, in a move widely celebrated among the hardcore extremist right. This is total insanity. People are pissed. And yet the far-right lunatics such as John Matrix and Rose Rance and Ryan Kino and the Quartering and all these other bullshitters, they're celebrating this shit. Even if it means killing somebody for disagreeing with their beliefs, or disagreeing because they disagree with Donald Trump, they are going to be responsible for people getting killed. This is insane. And I cannot defend this shit. But others have continued to see Patel and Trump as potential antagonists in the remaining 4 years of this presidency. Of course, Joshua Fisher Birch, terrorism analyst at the nonprofit Counter Extremism Project, said white supremacist extremists will likely continue to see the FBI as a threat to their own organization and as a convenient opponent in propaganda. And of course, these same extremists also cheering the firing of FBI agents and are hoping that the agency is weakened going forward. And this is where it gets psychotic. We have psychotic people running around. This is Christopher Pohlhaus, the leader of the Blood Tribe, neo-Nazi group, cheekily congratulated the pardon of Riley June Williams, one of the Trump pardonees for actions on January 6th. She was previously linked to his group, which was downplayed until now. St. Riley, congratulations on your freedom, he said. He wrote under a photo of Williams in a skull mask. Hail victory! This is insane. This is completely insane, and far-right extremists are taking over this country. We have far-right conservative channels on YouTube. People are buying into the bullshit every single day. Every single day. And nobody seems to give a shit. But I am proud to become the voice of the anti-far right. I can be the voice of people who want democracy. I can be the voice of pro-democracy. You got guys like Kyle Sweetser speaking truth to power in Alabama. You got Pam Hemphill, a former January 6er, now concentrating on her road to redemption and speaking it out against MAGA. Yet Rich Lotus leaving MAGA and saying, you know what, MAGA is a group of insanity. You should not be a part of it. I invite you to come to my tent and support pro-democracy. Nobody, and yet we have people not always buying into the far right's bullshit. We also have people on the far left preaching pro-Hamas or for pro-Hamas and everything under the Bernie Sanders principle. Doesn't work here. Far left policies don't work. Far right policies don't work neither. Look at this. This country's more divided than ever because we're peddling bunch of bullshit. You can say I am doing the same thing, but at least I'm more honest and more open about it. And when I talk about this on podcast form or on this platform, you can tell that I'm not happy with the reaction I'll be getting. If I get criticism, you can call me a faggot. You can call me a soy boy. I don't give a shit. I simply don't give a shit. I don't give a. My mother once said, I don't give a rat's ass. You can call me what you want, but I don't give a rat's ass about what you call me and what you think of me. I'm my own person, and I'm proud to say it. I am not defending Pete. I'm not going to defend my character for your own personal gain. I am not defending my personal beliefs to you for those ignorant. And I have always said it better. I will defend my beliefs if needed. I would spread the gospel of pro-democracy talkers and those who defend the democracy movement. We need to have a strong coalition of voters who need to listen to the works of Sweetser and Hemphill, and when we have a new DNC leader in Ken Martin, they can say it's the same old, but they got new voices like David Hogg and Malcolm Kenyatta. Maybe those two can help move this party more forward to get younger voters. younger voters. You can say younger voters are they're learning from the right wing, right wing. This is far right lunacy. What they are hearing is far right lunacy. You can speak. Yeah, some of the people are preaching the gospel of pro democracy. Me, for example, and I for one, am embarrassed to talk about the far right movement as it stands right now, because we got so much stupid motherfuckers on YouTube and everywhere else preaching the MAGA bullshit, the MAGA bullshit Bible, the MAGA bullshit gospel. It doesn't work that way anymore, and we're here to fight. And we're here to fight. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, follow me on Blue Sky and X and Threads, Spoutable, and many more. And the link will be in the links will be in the description. And I'll catch you all next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, be a good human being, and don't be a bullshitter.